Okay, today we're going to create a segue, and it's a little bit different than some of the other ones that are on the internet. Um, I'm actually in need of creating a segue to a new view from a tabbed view application. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. It's actually quite simple. Tabbed segue. So we hit next. Where to put it doesn't matter. Let's just move that. So on my, I'm going to go to my main storyboard and we'll see our basic tabbed view. Zoom out. Okay, so this is my basic tabbed view application, first view, second view. I'm going to create another view on this screen here. Put it right next to first view. And what I want is when I click a button on the first view, I'm going to show the second view. Now for all those people that want to just jump into this, I'm going to show you the first part of it. Let me zoom out. First part is very, very simple. Take a button, place it on your form, on your view. Let's set some constraints. Set my vertical spacing, and let's set this leading spacing. Actually, sorry. I want to set my horizontal center in the container. Okay, so this should be good. Go to my settings here. View 2. Very simple. Okay, so if all you want to do is to show a new view, all you have to do is control-click on your button, drag over to your new view, and you'll get this action segue box, and just click show. So at this point, you can run your application, click the button view 2, and show your new view. Of course, there's nothing on it yet, so it'll show a blank page, but we'll see what happens here. I apologize in advance. My MacBook Pro is a little bit on the old side. Okay. So my app's loading. It should come up to my first view eventually. Okay, so I click my view 2, and it's going to show me my second view. Well, there's nothing fancy on this, so it's not much to see. There's also no way to get back. So this is the next important part. Let me go back to XCode. Stop it. Let's do a couple things here. Let's put a button on the screen in the upper right-hand corner. Going to set a couple constraints. So let's do a leading. Oh, didn't want that. Let's do. Okay, top space to layout, trailing space to margin. Okay, so that gives us a button. We're going to call this button done. Very simple. Okay, so what I need to do now is I actually need to create a new file. And I'm just going to call it my second view controller. Okay, create that guy. I'm going to go to my first view controller, take the boilerplate code out of it, paste it into here because I'm lazy. And I'm super lazy. I don't even want to type it. Okay, so now I have a basic view controller. I'm actually going to create an action, and I'm going to call it done action with a sender of any object. And when this is pressed, the magic here is spelling any object correctly. Wow. The magic here is calling self.dismissViewController. I'm going to let it be animated, and I don't care about executing any code on completion. So I have a nice little view controller here. Let me go to my storyboard, and I have to actually associate the view controller of my new view with the one that I just created. So I just do it here, custom class. Let's also put a label on this so that you know for sure that it came up correctly. Say my there we go. Okay, I need to put a couple constraints on this guy. Let's do center horizontally. Center vertically. Should be good. Okay, I also have to associate this done button with the code, with my done action. So I will control click, drag over to this action, and okay. I don't want to insert that. So my second view controller here is not linking. There we go. That was weird. Okay, so now we've linked that up. I should be able to run this guy. And I can dismiss my second view controller. Okay, so here's my first view. I hit view 2. There's my cool segue. I hit done and it goes back. Now, one additional thing I want to show here is memory utilization. So you want to make sure when you're writing these apps that you don't have a memory leak. There's some bad information on Stack Overflow right now where somebody tells you to basically do a circular segue. And I will show you how to actually prove that your code is working correctly. And I'll show you why that Stack Overflow article is incorrect. So if you've never used instruments, you should probably get used to it because it's a really valuable tool in memory management, memory debugging. Hey, my app died. And that's usually because my laptop is wickedly old. Let's just start this over. Don't save. Let's get a fresh simulator. Okay. So let's go back to memory, profile and instruments. Let's transfer it over to instruments. There we go. So I'm actually going to mark a generation, go back to my simulator. I want to click view 2. And I want to click done. And what you'll see here is in blue, you'll see the memory utilization. So let me go and create, let's mark a new generation. And what we want to see is that it actually does free up memory. So if I click view 2, you're going to see the memory go up. I click done, you're going to see the memory go down. And we'll do this a few times, and you should see that we're not actually leaking memory. So if you want to do it correctly, what I just showed you is the right way to do it. I'm now going to show you the reason why the example on Stack Overflow is bad, and it would be your gut feeling if you were going to do this the wrong way. So I'll show you why. So let me go ahead and delete this action here. Let's click on done. Let's get rid of this so it's not hooked up. So the wrong way. Somebody on Stack Overflow said, hey, when you're done with this, you can just control-click your done button, go back to the old view. And they added some additional things, do popover presentation, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter if you do show or popover presentation. It also doesn't matter what settings you have. I will prove that this is wrong. So again, this is the wrong way to do it. So when I run this, pop up my simulator. Let's go back to my debugger memory. Let's hook it into instruments. So transfer the debug session over to that. So you saw my old one. This is my new one. It's just mark generation. Now, watch view 2, loads memory. When you click done, guess what? Loads more memory. So do not do this with your application. Eventually, you'll run out of memory, but you're basically behaving very poorly in the iOS world. So don't do this. Follow the first part of the example. Get rid of these segues. You don't want a circular segue. So anyway, hope you